5 seconds left in the first half of the game. Irving attacking. It's all tied in Toronto. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke.
Kevin, thank you.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with some changes for Toronto. Kaminsky is checked in for Ibaka. Lamb comes in for Mirotic. And it's Mr. Clutch in for DeMar DeRozan. Bowen in at point guard. Jeremy Lamb out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Crawford at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field. That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Here's Bowen. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. A drive by Collison. Here's Wiles. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Over in the corner, Lamb. Raptors moving the ball around. The shot's good from Bowen.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
It's stolen by Kaminsky. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Lamb leading the charge. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their defense has been outstanding.
1:05 left here in the 4th quarter. Raptors leading by 7. It's taken away by Collison. On the court for Cleveland. Bryant is out there with Cooper. There's Collison. Then it's Will Barton.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Move the ball. Stick it to
Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Bowen. 5 to shoot. Fires, high post, and right on target with the swish.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want... I want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean,
Freak, you're the guy. So good screens, tight passes now. We need to get Freak a clean look. Execute, and let's put him away.
And the Raptors with some changes. Kaminsky is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Mirotic. And Goodwin subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And that one's good.
J.R. Smith. Boy, he's mercurial, but he is something to behold when he's knocking down shots like that.
Offensive rebound, Bowen, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 9.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much
It's our
more
time.
effort than that on the
It's
glass.
our time. You're so close to closing this one out. Freak, you're the hot hand. So let's get him the ball.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cooper. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Here's Mr. Clutch. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so it's Toronto winning this one. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Ken. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%.
More round one.
TV Interactive. Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And folks, you can feel the fierceness, the intensity of this series setting the tone prior to Game 3. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland, they were unable to take Game 2 on the road, but the series continues. They look to get back in the win column again tonight. And though technically this is not an elimination game, it is clearly a borderline must-win game. Shaq, how do you see it?
Well, I feel like every game, unless you're up 3-0, is a must-win. You never know what will happen in the series to turn the tide.
I mean, Ernie, if you look at history, no one's come back from a 3-0 deficit. So this might not be a must-win, but it's a key win if you want to get back into the series. Take it one possession at a time.
Don't you know that some point, somebody has to do it?
You know what?
Somebody has to
it.
come back.
I've actually seen a team down.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the Tide can turn in this one. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. This is... Miles check in for Mike Muscala. Cooper comes in for Bryant. And it's Collison in for Barton. Then for the Raptors, Kaminsky is checked in for Ibaka. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Mirotic. And it's Mr. Clutch in for DeMar DeRozan. So for Toronto right now, Bowen in at point guard. Kaminsky out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. Dives for it. Valanciunas with the ball. Guarded now by Kevin Love. There's Mr. Clutch. Back to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Bowen. Toronto needs to get off a shot. From deep. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And with a break on the floor. Let's see which point guards were the best distributors during the regular season. Here are the assist leaders among them. The Raptors shoot their first free throws of the evening. That free throw good from both. The Raptors making a switch here. Moss is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach David Blatt. Doris?
He had the demeanor you might expect from a coach in his situation. After dropping the first 2 in hostile territory, he recognizes the task they have in front of them. He said, we didn't get it done on the road, and now we have to take care of business at home. Simple as that. Let's see how it plays, guys.
Thanks, Doris. 1:29 left to play here in the first. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Cooper against Ross. Here's Cooper. Pass to Collison. Doubled by Bowen. Shoots a 3. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. There's a minute left to play in the first. Ross in the corner. Ross gets a screen from Bowen. And they call an illegal screen here.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official team.
And Toronto has possession, trailing by 4. They are really pleased with the victory on Monday.
And we're able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
We've got Will Barton. Muscala is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Bryant in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Irving kicks to Muscala. Irving dishes to Love. Back to Irving. Cleveland the rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
So he gets them both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Crawford drives in. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Nobody near Irving. Another miss by Irving.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Bowen. Offensive rebound. Cleveland leading by 3. Here's Barton. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Looking at the game for Barton. 10 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
He's off on the second.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and this one.
You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is, always communicating it and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And, Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
At the elbow, Irving. Good. Irving's got 9.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And, Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
The drive by Bryant. Outside Irving. Bryant passes to Irving. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
On the wing, DeRozan. Pass to Bowen. Off the pick. Good. He hits the jump shot.
He's yours.
He's got 10.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Raptors trail by 6. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Second chance shot, and the layup is good.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Now, here is Irving. Not a lot of room. Dishes it to Love. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's covered by Irving. The feed to Kaminsky. Here's Barton. He's got 10. Irving for 3, and the basket good. Irving's got 16 points. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live it.
And we've reached.
Come alongside.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this Game 3. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the opening half of basketball he played? I mean, so
Toronto will go for a different look here. The Cavaliers leading by 5. So for Toronto right now, Bowen, he's in at point guard. Terrence Ross is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Goodwin, and at the 2. Irving's shot is good.
He's just too quick for his man. Left him in the rearview mirror and knocked it down.
Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Irving. Here's Bowen. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Cooper against Ross. No one near Smith as he lets it go. The kick out to Irving. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Irving's got 7 points for the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Kicks it to Mirotic from past the arc. And the Raptors miss again. The Cavaliers leading by 7. In the corner, Smith with it. Fires for three. Smith missing again. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. To the paint and stolen by Irving. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lyles out there with Muscala. Then it's Will Barton, and there's Collison, and it's McDonald in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. He kicks it to Barton. Cleveland moving it around. And the basket by Collison. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Stolen away. Fast break Toronto. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And the foul called on Freak. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good.
I'm sure he would have liked to have nailed all of them at the stripe, but that should be good enough to end this thing.
Ibaka, it's in. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. Things were looking bleak for them, obviously, coming into this game. But with tonight's win, Greg, they are right back in it.
And that's the fight this team has. They don't care what the odds are. They are going to keep battling. And suddenly, we got...
The 2K Sports postgame show.